Hello, family, friends, and fans. I'm Fletcher Rhoden, and this is the first installment of a new mini series of mine called City of Eternal Spring Track by Track. This is my new album drop for 2025. It's available in May, and this is a mini series. Every webisode, I'm going to go over one of the songs, and then I'll include a link to that song on the video so that you can listen to it for free on YouTube and then download the whole thing and enjoy it at home. It'll be available wherever you like to download your favorite music: Spotify, Rhapsody, iTunes, all the download sites. This, however, is the first introductory webisode of the mini series. So instead of talking about the first track, which I'm going to do next week, I'm going to just do a quick sort of overview of the sitch, what's going on, talk about the record just in general a little bit. So this record happened as a surprise. I didn't, I wasn't anticipating doing any recording. I had, I'd been in Ecuador where I didn't have any musical instruments, but I did write one song. So I went ahead and started I recorded it a cappella, and then um, I recorded another one, and then another one. So I wound up doing an a cappella record in Ecuador. Did I say an a cappella record? Because I actually wound up doing two. Uh, the the sessions spun off into a Christmas album too. So I've got these two a cappella records in the can, and I was gonna release the non-Christmas one now, and then the Christmas one is scheduled for November. That one has to come out in November because first of all, I did a video for one of the songs and put it on my new kids YouTube channel called Blue Gesto Kidworks International. That's really cool. Something I did all the work for it late last year, and then it debuted this year, premiered this year, and it's animated programming for kids. So jokes and trivia and historical facts and things of that sort, and some music videos, and it's all animated and it's all for kids. So I wrote one of these songs, um, Another Merry Christmas, and threw a video on YouTube, and it really did well. I mean, like 16,000 views or something since it came out last November, November 2024. And people are still watching it every day. I don't know why. It's a Christmas song. This isn't Christmas time. So I don't really get why people still watch this thing, but every month it's thousands of views. So I don't know. So I do have to put that record out. I've already scheduled it, and that's happening in November. But this other one, uh, this other acapella thing, I'm just shelving it for right now. I'm going to put it out next spring when I was going to put this thing out. But the thing is, I showed up here in Medellin, Colombia, and I rented a condo, and there was a piano, electric piano, and a guitar, a nylon string guitar. So I just decided I had to make use of them. I could not do it. Um, there are other things too. I'm still recording, even though this record, City of Eternal Spring, is done. I'm recording right now for an upcoming release in 2027 that I'll talk a little bit more about later. But so this thing just kind of fell out of me. I think the reason I made this record so quickly and enjoyed it so much was because I just done two records of just a cappella music, and that's limiting. I can only do so much with just my voice. So when I was writing and recording new music over the past few months, I kept things really limited. I sort of felt that the real challenge was going to be how much can I do with three or maybe four chords, and I think I did a lot. Two albums worth, and the Christmas one, Under the Christmas Moon's got a hit on it already. So, but it was restricting. I like polychords and I like rich sonic textures and things, and I just couldn't do that with my voice. So when I got to a piano, guitar, I was like, oh yeah, great, So I wrote pretty quickly, but I didn't bash them out. But I don't spend a lot of time writing. I try to give my songs all the care and attention that they require. They just don't seem to require that much care or attention. They just kind of. I've been writing songs for 50 years, so I know how to do it. But I did come up with some interesting new innovations on this with this batch of tunes. I was surprised that I stumbled upon techniques I'd never tried before as a songwriter that I don't think anybody's ever tried. I mean, they happened mostly by mistake, the one or two innovations that I'm thinking of, but I've never heard any other songwriter do some things that I'm doing on the new record. Pretty good. It's nice that after 50 years, I'm still learning new things and evolving. Uh, I have to say this, innovating. There's we'll talk about them when I get to breaking these songs down. I'll point out where these innovations sort of popped up, and they're not things I would have ever thought of or ever would have planned, or if I'd been writing the songs with greater care, I wouldn't have done them. But they sort of happened as part of my sort of shambolic process. I like to write while I'm recording. Since I record alone, I can do that. If you have a band, you got to bring them a song that's pretty much done. Uh, Everyone learns their parts, then you record. But since I'm alone, I can write the verses when I get there. You know, so I like to do that, and that produced a lot of good music this time around. I was lucky and gratified. So I hope that a lot of people listen to it and check it out, and I'm certainly doing my part to make that happen. Let's see what else. I'm still set for the acapella Christmas record in November. That'll come out alongside a free comedy album that's archival, uh, that I'll talk about at another time. And then next spring there will be the acapella record that was going to come out this year, but and this is a better thing. This is a better record, and it's really a good one. I think it's one of the best ones I've ever done. So I hope you all enjoy it and enjoy this little show about it. Just wanted to mention the cover really quickly. It's from one of those royalty-free download sites, and somebody took the picture. It's a picture taken in Medellin, and it's about it's a picture of, I should say, a parade float. They love their parades here in Latin America. Very parade-oriented culture. So this was a float made undoubtedly by some local artisan, and it pictures some iconography. There's this beautiful woman who's clearly a Colombiana, and then the little muscle man is looking at her kind of funny, and then people. There's two other characters flying on horses. There's one character flying on a horse, and then the woman has a basket in her hair that includes a an eagle, and it's just interesting. To me, it looks the way the music sounds, colorful, robust, regional. You know, it's not like I'm here in Latin America listening to all the local music and then processing it. I basically do the same things I always do, but it still seeps in. Probably, I think this record does have a Latin American feel because I was using a nylon string guitar for all the guitar work. You might think of it as a Spanish guitar or a classical guitar. It's a nylon string. It's not like a steel string Western guitar, like a country Western guitar. It's more like it's a Spanish. It's not meant for strumming. It's meant for plucking. So it has a real. And I grew up playing one of these, and they're often the first guitar you own to learn on because the nylon strings are a little bit easier on the fingers. So and I know how to get the best sounds out of it. It's not a extravagant guitar; it's a cheap factory job, but I just know how to play one of those, and the sound of it really lends a whole Latin feel to the proceedings. And of course, the songs are very piano heavy because I had a piano, so it does have that kind of feel to it. And the cover looks like the music sounds to me. You know, music has a color aspect to it, and this music is very much in the browns and dark colors. You know, there are blues, there are flashes of like magenta in it. It's good. It's interesting. I um, I was I was gratified while I was doing it, and I'm really happy with it now. So there's the cover, there's the tunes. There are Latin songs that they feel Latin. Like one is called Colombiana. You know, Colombiana is what you would call a woman from Colombia, a Colombiana. A Colombiano would be a man from Colombia. So I wrote the song about loving a woman from Colombia, and so it's got a regional feel to it. You know, it is inspired by my time here in Latin America. There's a song called Cuenca for Me, which is about Cuenca in Ecuador. There's it happens, you know. Uh, but it's largely also just kind of a another batch of tunes from me, and it sounds like that. But it's a good one. It's a very good one. I'm very happy with it. So anyway, tune in for the rest of this mini series. I'll be here every Friday for the next 10 weeks, and you know you can hear a breakdown of these songs, of the album track by track, and then um, download the record. Enjoy it. It's what $9.99 at wherever you like to download your favorite music. That's where you can download mine too. And check it out. Check out my other records too, and my books, and my other shows on this YouTube channel, different playlist. I've got two other shows, Fletcher Rhoden's Pet Peeves and Quotes and Quips with Fletcher Rhoden. Those are on alternating Mondays throughout the year. And there are reruns and also a lot of fun stuff. Check out my kids' YouTube channel, Blue Gesto KidWorks International, on its own channel. I'll put a link below. All right, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned for the rest of the mini series. Enjoy it. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the books. Have a good time wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And until then, bye, Mary.